about to make some boiled dumplings. I have right here, I think this is, yeah, 2.5 cups of flour, and I put 1 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna combine it just like so. Then we're gonna add water in small increments. Continue mixing. I like my dumplings really soft. I don't like to be like fighting.
What's that?
Yeah, baby.
What, Mama? What?
No, I'm making dumplings, not roti.
Dumplings?
Sorry, I'm trying to use one hand to do this.
Dumpy?
Yeah. We're gonna need a little bit more. So this is what it should look like. Mine is really soft. I'm gonna just give it a few minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes for it to set properly. So by rolling it into a ball or a circle, whatever, it doesn't tear and you get that perfect flat dumpling. So while the dough is setting, I fill this pot of water. It's less than half, if you can see. It's a little less than half, because I might just get around 10 or 12 dumplings from that. I have my stove on high. We're gonna put a little bit of salt. I don't know why they do this, but growing up in Jamaica, I just know this is a part of it. We're gonna then cover it, let it come to a boil. Yeah, we're just gonna let it come to a boil, and after it comes to a boil, we're gonna add the dumplings in. So this is what it should look like after it sets. I think it's been setting for 5 minutes now, or between 3 and 5 minutes, somewhere there. And this has come to a boil. So by the time I'm done, you can either roll this out one by one, or you can put it in the pot as you go, but whichever you prefer. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour to it, because if I don't, it will be sticking to the pot just like it is right now, which that's fine, that's okay. The flour will help it not to stick to your hands and the pan. So just grab a piece. Depending on how big you want it. This is how I like them. Actually, this size, that's how I like them. Just so you see. So for the purpose of this video, I normally do it in the palm of my hands, but since I'm only using one hand, we're gonna do it on the counter. So what you do is simply just gonna flatten the dumplings to your liking. Some people like them a little bit thick. I don't, so that's one for me, just one. The reason for the flour, again, is so it doesn't stick. Let me get a little bit more. I think I got 10 dumplings. And that's what they're looking like. You should move them around with a fork or whatever you want to use, because if you don't, they will stick to the bottom of the pot. But I'll do that in a second. Okay, baby, in a minute, okay? So I'm done making them. I got 10 dumplings from, I think it was 2 cups or 2.5 cups of flour. I forgot to measure it, but that will do for myself and my husband and my son. And have leftovers also. Oh, just a tip also. You'll know when it's done when the dumplings, they start to float. And I will show you in a minute. Another tip. You don't want to fully cover your pot because it will start to float over. You can either leave it off or put it to the side. It doesn't matter. So they're all done. If you can see, they're all done. Time to cook varies depending on the thickness of the dumplings. Mine aren't thick, so this is what it should look like. Let me grab another one. Hold on. Oops. So this is what it should look like.